I just want to make this quick video on this chainsaw. This is a Sears gear drive 95cc chainsaw that my brother actually got out of the garbage. He was recycling some metal at the scrapyard and found this in the scrap. Someone had scrapped this saw. Probably got like $5 for it, and it was in really bad shape. Complete, but in really bad shape. Wasn't running. So my brother checked it out. It had some compression, so he took it, and you know, he works with a lot of small engines, didn't have time for it, so I took it on and cleaned it out, and it cleaned it up. Took a little while, and it runs great. It's amazing. It's an old Sears, like I said. It's an H58G is the model. It's got a Tecumseh motor in it. It's got 1/2-inch pitch chain, which is a pain in the butt because you really can't get that anymore. The chain was completely frozen. It was rusted. I took the chain off. I put it in a coffee can of WD-40 for about a week. Used some PB Blaster, was able to loosen it up, and the rust came right off. Actually, some spots, it was back to bare metal. It was great. Sharpened it up. Chain's old, but still got some bite on it. I'll have to deal with that at some point. The bar was completely rusted. I soaked that. I got to tighten that up. Soaked it. Just polished it up. Got all the rust off of it. It's running good. When I first got it, it wasn't running. So first thing I did was I cleaned out and rebuilt the carburetor. Carburetor wasn't horrible. Almost looked like someone had tried it before. You know, tried to clean it out. Here's where the carburetor is, under this air filter. And you can see right there. You know, I took it out. Changed the lines. I changed the diaphragm in the bottom. It was, you know, it was very brittle, so that might have been the problem with that. So I did that. Put the carburetor back together. Didn't really go too crazy with it because it seemed okay. Changed the fuel lines, cleaned out the fuel tank. You know, had a little varnish in it. Same thing with the carburetor. Took it down more. Took this off. The recoil seems okay. Took that out. I had to pull the flywheel off, which is a little bit of a pain in the butt. Pulled that off, and behind the flywheel was the points. Cleaned them. They look good, but the problem, what I guess ultimately did the saw in, and I guess the original owner, was that the on-off switch back here, the ground wire was cut by the flywheel, and that might be an issue with these saws because the wire that runs from the points to the switch runs really close to the flywheel. And I guess ultimately the wire just was completely severed from the flywheel, so I guess the person who had it, you know, couldn't get it to turn on and just scrapped it. Once I changed that wire, everything's good. It took a while to start it. It hadn't been started in a long time. Obviously changed the spark plug too. That was back here. Changed the spark plug. Had to change the gaskets because they were gone. You got the chain oil and the fuel mixture. I just got some rubber. I went to Sears Hardware. I got some rubber washers and just cut them out to make them fit. So those went back on there. The fuel mix, it says on here about, you know, using 30 weight oil. I ended up using regular, you know, 2-cylinder oil, 2-cycle oil, and it was like a 16. The math ends up being a 16-to-1 ratio. So I'm running it with 16-to-1, and everything's pretty good. It works really great. It's raining right now. I'm going to take it outside in a little while. I'll show you how it starts up. And that's it.